Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're shining a spotlight on one of the most interesting and underrated characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, Kirara Hoshi.
What did he say?
Whoa, before we get started, I just wanted y'all to know that I went the extra mile in trying to pronounce the name Kara as accurately as possible. So when the English dub dropped and they pronounced it way differently than what I was saying, I best believe I was like, what?
But you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed?
But it sounds like they were struggling to pronounce it too, so, you know, we're all good.
Probably due to Kirara's technique.
Kirara.
Saying Kara is a tough name. It's hard to pronounce. So I just wanted to give y'all the heads up and let you know that I did my best, and I hope you still enjoyed the video. Alright, let's begin. Introduced during the chaotic calling game arc, Kirara brings a fresh vibe to the series with her star-themed abilities, fierce loyalty, and a technique that's as clever as it is complex. Gege Akatami packs Kirara with astronomical symbolism drawn from constellations and perhaps even romantic folklore, making them a symbol of guidance, connection, and protective barriers in a world full of curses. In this 10-minute deep dive, we'll break down Kirara's background, their curse technique in detail, and a rich mythology and symbolism they represent. Let's navigate the stars. Alright, Kirara Hoshi is a third year at Tokyo Jujutsu High, though they're currently sidelined alongside their ride and die partner Kinji Hikari. After his suspension, the duo runs the underground Gachinko Fight Club, a gritty spot where sorcerers throw down for big money prizes. No curses allowed, just pure hand-to-hand chaos. Kirara acts as the club's watchful protector, using quick thinking and their powers to block anything trying to crash the party. Like when they outmaneuvered Megumin and Panda early in the calling game arc, their vibe is electric, punk goth style mixed with celestial essence. Star-shaped pupils that sparkle like distant lights, multiple piercings, echoing constellation points, and a playful, sassy personality that hides a fiercely loyal core. Kirara's all about that fever, the hot streak of excitement, and they're endlessly devoted to Hikari, nicknaming him Kin, and thriving when his energy burns bright. As one of the series' outstanding non-binary gender-fluid coded characters, Kirara adds real depth and representation, showing strength through authenticity and chosen family in JJK's harsh world. And I put a little image of Kirara in high school. You know what's weird? I could have sworn the manga, or not the manga, this is from the manga, the anime had an image of Kirara in high school. But I guess they took it out, because I could have sworn I seen it there, but hey, regardless, here's your visual. The heart of Kirara's power is their innate curse technique, Love Rendezvous, a name that blends whimsily with cosmic strategy. This isn't a technique for blasting enemies, it's a masterful defense trap that turns the battlefield into a guided maze of attraction and repulsion. Kirara marks sources of cursed energy, people, shikigami, objects, even residuals, with one of 5 star symbols drawn from the Southern Cross constellations. Ami, which means the closest to Earth, Aurochs, Mimosa, Jinin, and Garax, the furthest. History tells us the Southern Cross wasn't always southern. 2,000 years ago, the 4 bright stars of Crux were visible from the shores of the Mediterranean. Ancient Greek astronomers like Ptolemy saw them, but they didn't see a cross. To them, these stars were merely the hind legs of Centaurus, the centaur. But Earth has a secret. It wobbles on its axis like a slowing toy top. A process called precision. Over centuries, the cross sank lower and lower on the northern hemisphere, eventually vanishing from European sight altogether. It became a legend, a lost constellation of the ancients. Fast forward to 1455, Elvis Garamasto is sailing down the coast of Africa from Portugal. He is further south than almost any European before him. The Northern Star, the sailor's lifeline, has dipped below the waves. He is lost in a sea of unknown stars. But looking up, he noticed 4 bright stars in the figure of a diamond. Gadamosto didn't name it the cross yet, but he was the first to record its brilliance in the modern era. He had found the ghost of the Greeks. In 1501, Amerigo Vespucci, the man of whom America is named, sailed toward what is now known as Brazil. He was a student of Dante's Divine Comedy, which spoke of 4 stars. Vespucci recognized their beauty, but it was the sailors who gave it the name we know. To the Portuguese and the Spanish explorers, these 4 stars, one at each point, looked like the symbol of their faith. They called it Casaro do Sol. the Southern Cross. Of course, discovery is a matter of perspective. While Europeans were mapping it for the first time, the indigenous people of Australia, South America, and Africa had known it for tens of thousands of years. To the Wardaman people of Northern Australia, these stars were the head of a giant emu in the sky. To the Inca, it was the Chicana, the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. The Southern Cross wasn't found in the 1500s, it was simply remembered by those who had forgotten how to look for it. Hope you enjoyed that little history lesson about the Southern Cross. Now back to how they activate their ability. To apply a mark, Kara needs direct contact with the target's cursed energy. Think a quick touch or brush. Once marked, the rules lock in. To move towards another marked target, you have to follow the exact sequential order of the stars. Skip ahead or go out of line and bam, the technique triggers a powerful magnetic pull, yanking you toward any other entity with the same star mark. Often with crushing force. It's like forcing the opponent into a celestial relay race where breaking formation sends you flying backward. This makes Kara insanely hard to approach, especially against summoners like Megumin, whose multiple Shikigami create extra marks and chaos. The beauty is in the mind games. Opponents waste time figuring out the invisible rules while Kara reacts, marks on the fly, and controls the flow. It's technical genius, wrapping a Starlight perfectly, complementing Hikari's high-risk gambling style. Now let's get into the rich symbolism and mythology behind Kara. Their name alone is a gateway. Hoshi means star in Japanese, and Kara echoes Kara Kara, the onomatopoeia for sparkling and glittering like twinkling lights in the night sky. Their star-shaped eyes and piercings reinforce this cosmetic theme, foreshadowing that everything about their technique, the Southern Cross, is the real-world inspiration, a compact, bright constellation visible in the southern sky, long used by navigators as a guide for direction and orientation. In ancient seafaring lore, it symbolizes safe passage across vast unknowns, helping explorers find their bearings when lost. Kara embodies this technique. Their technique literally guides or blocks movement, enforcing path and turning chaos into order navigation. Its protective guidance, Kara as the steadfast beacon ensuring allies stay connected while repelling threats. The love part of Love Rendezvous adds a romantic, emotional layer nodding to Japanese folklore of Tanabata, the Star Festival. Tanabata celebrates the once-in-a-year reunion of Orihime, which means Vega in English, and Hakaboshi, which means altar in English. Lovers separated by the Milky Way but allowed to cross and meet under the stars on the 7th day of the 7th month. This tale of longing, separation, and rare connection mirrors Kara's unbreakable bond with Hikari. They're always together, fueling each other's fever in a world that tries to pull people apart. The technique attraction repulsion mimics feelings like a metaphor for relationships. Following the right path and you draw closer, stray and force push you away. Stars in broader Japanese and Shoto views often represent souls, watchful guardians, or eternal cycles. Distant yet linked in patterns, Kara's mark creates those patterns on the battlefield, symbolizing how true connections, romance, platonic, or found family defies distance and chaos. In a series full of isolation and cursed negativity, Kara shines as a symbol of light and darkness, using celestial rules to protect what matters most. Kara's moment in manga highlights these ideas. Their clever standoff with Megumin and Panda shows brains over bronze, turning a simple infiltration into a puzzle that forces adaptation. They're not the frontline destroyer, but the strategic anchor, holding space for Hikari's wild energy while keeping intruders at bay. This reflects deeper themes in JJK's brutal heresy. Strength isn't always about power levels, sometimes it's about clever control, loyalty, and creating safe harbors amid curses. Kara challenges norms too. Their fluid presentation and unapologetic style represents breaking free from rigid expectations, navigating their own constellations of identity with confidence. In the end, Kirara Hoshi is a brilliant example of Geike's world building, a character who's very detailed from name to technique. Plus, with Starlight meaning, Love Rendezvous isn't just OP defense, it's a poetic take on guidance, bonds, and cosmic order in a cursed reality. Underrated, stylish, and deeply thematic, Kara proves that even supporting players can illuminate the story in unforgettable ways. What do you think? Does Kara's technique rank among your top favorites for sheer cleverness? Or what's your take on the Tanabata vibes and their bond with Hikari? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like if this sparked something for you, and subscribe for more fresh JJK explorations. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next one. Peace.